Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Mike Stark, and on today's video, we'll be going through my favorite top 10 slasher films of all time, starting the video off with one of my favorite slasher films that I actually saw at the movies when I was a teenager, and that is the 2003 slasher film, Freddy vs. Jason. Now, this film was not only comedic, it was also a great horror film. It had a great storyline to it, and I know a lot of people give this film negative reviews, but in my opinion, this is a great slasher movie. Anyways, the next one is a lesser known slasher movie, and that is the 1998 early Jared Leto film, and that is Urban Legend. Now, this is an unusual horror slasher film, actually starring Joshua Jackson from the Mighty Ducks, but it's got a great storyline to it. And if you haven't seen this movie, it is very gory. It is it's just, yeah, it's a different kind of horror movie based on urban legends and the killings that follow, that align with the urban legends. And the film opens up, it's got a great opening with a maniac in the backseat of a woman's car, and if you haven't seen it, classic. Next one is a film that I kind of grew up watching. I wasn't allowed to watch this movie, and that is the original Candyman. Yeah, starring Tony Todd. Now, this is a great 1992 film. Came out the year I was born, showing my age here. But this film here is stapled in horror films in general. And if you haven't seen this movie, great story. Stars Virginia Madsen. And this here is a good, just awesome movie about the legend of Candyman. And if you say his name, I think it's 5 or 10 times in the mirror, he will appear to you. But yeah, grew up watching this movie. I actually believed, like, I know a lot of kids when I was growing up believed the legend of Candyman was true. So growing up, I would fear saying Candyman in the mirror, similar to saying like Bloody Mary, something like that. But yeah, if you haven't seen this movie, it's about a guy with a hook for an arm called Candyman, and if you say his name in the mirror so many times, he'll appear and kill you. Great movie though. Next one is the third installment in this franchise, and this is the 2006 Final Destination movie. Now, I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but for some reason, the third one really speaks to me. And for me, the third one, I've seen it the most out of all the Final Destination films. I've seen all the Final Destination films, except for the last, like half of the last one in the movie series. But yeah, the third one is just very entertaining, and it's very different to the first two. And if you haven't seen the third one, it's about this roller coaster, and this woman has a premonition that the roller coaster goes off the rails and crashes and everyone dies, and then she wakes up right before the roller coaster is ready to start, and yeah, saves a few people, but then the rest die, and then after that, the rest of the people that got off die in the order that her premonition shows in the movie. But yeah, great movie, this one. Next one is, of course, I've spoken about this film a lot, and it's the original 1974 horror slasher film based on the serial killer Ed Gein, and that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, directed by Tobe Hooper. Very, very creepy movie. I'm not going to really get into detail with this one, but this is a really, really gory, just original. This is the pioneer of slasher films, and this is what kind of started the whole franchise. And this is about a chainsaw-wielding maniac that kills anyone that comes into his path. And it's about a bunch of kids that car breaks down, they wander off, they get killed off one by one. Just cliche, but awesome movie, this one. Next one is, it is a later film in this franchise, and that is the Halloween movie, the H2O, 20 years later. Now, this one, for some reason, is my favorite in the franchise, and I think this was the first Halloween movie that I grew up watching. But yeah, this one stars Josh Hartnett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Michelle Williams. Great Halloween movie. And for me, yeah, I don't know what it is about this one, but I really like the story to this. And yeah, for some reason, this Halloween is just, yeah, it's just so entertaining compared to the other ones. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know what it is. The kills, the story, they all line up with what I enjoy when it comes to horror slasher films. And this is about Michael Myers coming back after 20 years and trying to kill his sister, Laurie Strode, and pretty much follows what a lot of the other Halloween movies follow, but this one for some reason is unique to me. Next one is the third installment in this horror slasher franchise, and a lot of people will disagree with me, but this one is a great slasher movie, and that is the third Child's Play. Now, this is the third one when Andy Barclay goes to military school, and he meets a girl in it, falls in love with her, and Chucky somehow follows him to military school. And this one, I don't know, I liked it and I've seen it the most, and I have to buy the 4K of this, but it's really pricey by Arrow Video. But yeah, Chucky, and then after the third one, they kind of really went shit up the third Chucky movie, but yeah. Next one is, this one needs no introduction, and that is the I Know What You Did Last Summer, the first one based off the novel of the same title. I'm pretty sure it's of the same title, but stars an all-star lineup of teenage actors, Freddie Prinze Jr., Jennifer Love Hewitt, Ryan Phillippe, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah, great movie, this one. And you want to know the story about these kids that accidentally run over this man. And then a year later, they find out that the man didn't die, and he comes back to get revenge because they dumped him in the river, but he wasn't actually dead. So great movie, that one. Now, the next one is my second favorite. This gets runner-up for my second favorite slasher film, and that title is Scream 2. Now, I like Scream 2, and I've mentioned the story behind why I like Scream 2 better than all the other ones, but this one was the first Scream movie that I had ever seen. This one has a lot of the greatest kills out of all Scream movies, and for some reason, this one was the scariest in my opinion, and this one freaked me the fuck out. Like, growing up watching this on cable TV, this is how I was introduced to a lot of the horror movies that I've seen today, and this one definitely is a great movie about Ghostface Killer. Neve Campbell's character, Sidney Prescott, she's in college, and the Ghostface Killer wants to kill her and kill her peers, and just a great slasher movie. Now, number one. Now, this is a film you probably don't really think should be at the number one place, but for me, this one is unusually great. It's very peculiar to me, and that's why I liked it so much. And that is the second Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. Now, this came out in 1985. Great movie. It's got that full-on 80s vibe. Great movie. Just got some awesome kills in it. Freddy Krueger rips off the top of his head, and you can see his brain in it. This is the one that gave me nightmares. The first one didn't. The second one did, where he ripped off his top of his head, and you can see his brains protruding from his skull. And it's just crazy movie, this one. It follows the events of what happened in the first Nightmare on Elm Street. The second one follows those events, and it's about this kid that moves into Nancy's home on Elm Street, and he finds a diary, and he reads through it, and he thinks this girl is crazy, but then he goes through what she goes through, and he falls in love with this girl, and they both find out that she wasn't crazy, and all these things really happened to her, and now they're happening to the main character in this movie, and and the main character's name is Jesse in this movie. But yeah, great slasher, that one. But anyways, I'm gonna end this video here because this video is done. So I just want to say thank you all for watching. If you've liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down with any questions you may have. And also let me know what your favorite slasher movie of all time is in the comment section down below. And also subscribe to this channel because you'll be missing out on a lot of cool reviews, unboxing, and top 10s that I'll be uploading in the future. And I've got a lot of titles that I've ordered, a lot of titles that are being sent to me from companies that I'm doing PR work with. So you don't want to miss out on those uploads because you want to be notified for when I upload. But if you have subscribed, thank you all for supporting this channel. Love you all. Thank you for showing your support. Now, I'm out of here, everyone. I've got an appointment with the devil, and I'll see you all in my next video. But until then, have a good night.